Hey guys, welcome to another video for Bark Industry. My name is Eve. We're gonna do something really cool today. We actually got out of the house, well I did, and we're gonna go and talk about the differences between kibble and raw food. So one of the biggest questions that we get asked all the time about owning a dog is, what do you feed your dog? So what do we feed Tony? So I'm gonna take you exactly to the source where we buy our food directly, and show you exactly what we used to feed him and what we feed him today, and some of the key differences as to why we decide to go from kibble to raw and why we prefer it. And of course we'll talk about some of the pros and cons of each, and then well yeah, we'll go from there. So follow along, let's go in. Alright guys, we're right inside Paul's house. This is exactly where we get Tony's food. This place is amazing. It's in the south of Calgary. I'll post the link right below the description for you so you can take a look. And we really love this place. It's not only because they give Tony his favorite food, but it's also the facility. And the people that run them is April and Greg, and they're the owners here. April is busy and Greg will be coming in a little bit later this afternoon. And what we like about this place is that, you know, they offer such good value for what you get. So as you can tell behind me, as I was walking, you have a ton of food selection here. And all the kibbles that you see here, and I'm just gonna go right to the area here, is all Canadian made. So everything here, like the Now Fresh, the Pulsar, and the Legacy, is all Canadian made. And you can tell here. So that's pretty cool. You definitely get to support the local Canadian businesses that are involved in, you know, producing these kibbles. One of the things that I love about the Canadian made kibbles is, pretty simply put, is that it's made in Canada. So I know that, you know, the farmers out here take incredible pride in making good quality products, and of course if it's being selected to be you know, made into kibble food, then you know the quality is going to be there. Now originally we put Tony on from, I guess, whatever you guys want to pronounce it, and we really enjoyed it. As a puppy, that's what he was fed, and it was expensive though. What we noticed was, you know, a bag would cost us, I think for a big bag was an easy $100, $120 Canadian, but same size and similar size bag here, you will see 25 pounds is about 48, 50 bucks, $55. For the little bit more expensive Legacy stuff, it's only $66. And then of course salmon, 76 bucks. You know, one of the things that we really liked about the kibble was it was just easy. For our lifestyle at the time, it was just really easy for us because, you know, I traveled a lot for my job. And Anna used to be a flight attendant, which meant that she wasn't always home. So for me, I can always defrost and I can always do the raw diet. As he grew older though, we found that, you know, we just want to feed him a little bit better food. And that's why we switched to raw. One of the biggest reasons why we also switched to raw was his poop. So I know you guys are probably wondering, well, how many times does he poop in a day? Well, when he was on Kibbles, he used to poop anywhere between 4 to 5 times a day. And they weren't just like small poops, they're like big handfuls, right? Even if it was like 3 or 4 times a day. And that was something that we noticed that was very consistent as he ate a lot of Kibbles. And you know, they tell you that they don't always process everything, which is fair and that's understandable. That's just how it goes. It was still very healthy, still very good. He had a great coat on him, but that's what you got out of it. Now the bonus of going to raw is that we found that his coat was doing much nicer, so much better. So his coat was a lot smoother, a lot nicer, a lot more shiny, a lot healthier, right? Daycare next door. And then what we did find is that his poop went literally from like 3-4 times a day to maybe twice a day, and tiny little poops, but hard little poops. Now, a little graphic, but that's okay. That's how it is. We're dog parents, you know, what boundaries are there anyways. But when you have that, it's really nice and easy to clean and pick up, and it's just, you know that they process that food far better. So let's go take a look and see what we've got for raw food. So this is what we feed Tony, the canine product. It is absolutely awesome. It's one of our favorite for sure. This is the chicken and beef. This is, I can't tell, turkey and beef. Chicken and then turkey. Now these guys are 50-pound bags, and that's what we buy them in. We buy them in 50-pound bags. Tony eats the chicken and beef and he loves it. Now what we love about the canine is basically, oops, there you go. What we like about the canine food is that it's mixed in, it's already pre-cut for you. So all you gotta do is just thaw it and then, you know, measure the weight based on your dog's, needs, and you can just give it to your pup that way. So it's fairly easy. The way we defrost it, we defrost about 2 of these patties at a time, and then we put it, once it's like soft enough, we put it into sealable containers that are made of glass, so keep it nice and fresh in the fridge for about a day or 2, and then that's how we feed them day after day. And we've gone to the the habit of doing that now, and it works out really good for him. Alright guys, so now that we've talked about raw and some of the benefits of having raw, I forgot to also mention that when you feed your dog raw, some of the benefits of feeding them raw is that if your dog suffers from allergies, having a raw diet can actually eliminate a lot of that. Of course, it depends on what you feed them. If they're allergic to chicken, feed them beef. If they're allergic to beef, feed them turkey. But for the most part, it will solve a lot of that, and your vets will tell you the same thing. So if you have any questions, please don't take what I have to say about it. Go and consult your vet. But let's talk about price, because I think that's the biggest drawback for a lot of people, and that was our biggest drawback when we first talked about feeding raw. It is expensive. Now, not everybody can afford to feed raw, and we understand that. It is not always a cheaper alternative, until now. So let me show you. You guys already seen the Canadian made stuff. That's about 25 pounds for $49 to $65 for the premium stuff. And then I talked about the from or whatever it is that we used to feed Tony, but that was 25 pounds for $100 to $120. Let me show you what 50 pounds of raw food looks like and how much it costs. So right here, this is exactly what we feed Tony. This is the exact same bag that we buy. We're not gonna pick one up today because I have still a ton left. And this bag is $104 for raw food. It's pre-cut for you, it's ready to go. Look at that, that's twice the weight, better quality food, and it's fresh. This canine complete stuff, is actually made in Lacombe, Alberta, so you know it's fresh. And that's just amazing. So when you take a look at the cost of that, that's like, how could you complain? How could you even, like, there's no decision to be made. You know, $100 for 50 pounds worth of food will last Tony, I think one of these bags lasts him about 2 to 3 months. And you know, we give him a fairly healthy amount as well, probably a little bit more than he should have, and that's why he's probably a little chunky. But you know, there you go, guys. The myth is over. You guys can definitely feed raw, and I'm sure in the US there's plenty of places that do the exact same thing, that offer you same quality of food, right, and give you the same value. So right there, that's a big winner for us. Now let's talk about a couple misconceptions that people have when it comes to raw food. People figure that raw food is, you know, raw meat, internal organs and that kind of stuff. For sure, that's definitely what it is for the most part. But raw food can also consist of legumes, vegetables. You know, it can be berries. So again, be careful of what you feed your dog. But for example, for Tony, we give him blueberries. He loves blueberries. Blueberries are his favorite treats. And you know, he gets a little bit blue lip at the bottom. It's kind of cute at the same time. And you guys will probably see some of the videos that we feed him the blueberries on his Instagram. But yeah, like, so you guys can mix it up. You can even use raw eggs. Now, when it comes to eggshells, I'd say crush it up carefully because you don't want it to kind of poke in their gums or anything like that. So make sure you crush it up nice and good for them. But yeah, you can definitely add all of that to their diet of raw food. And as you guys can tell, and as you guys can see, you know, you don't have to spend a ton of money, which is fantastic. That's what makes me happy about, you know, coming here and picking up the raw food. So I hope this was a very valuable video for you. This is a very important video for us because, again, Tony relies on literally what he eats to be healthy. So yeah, if you have any questions, you know, again, send us a quick email or reach out to us at our website on www.barkindustry.com. Check out Tony's personal Instagram page at Tony Bark the Frenchie, and come check out this amazing facility if you live in Calgary. Come visit Greg and come visit April. They have a ton of collection of amazing stuff for your dog. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to go and pick up some of their treats here. So they have lamb ears, goat ears, trachea. I didn't even know you could do that. And then beef hoof. Hey, I didn't know you could actually eat these things. Better give it a try for Tony. So yeah, so as you guys can tell, tons and tons of cool stuff here. Come visit them. I will put the link below for their website. And yeah, that's about it. Cheers, until the next video.